Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract money effortlessly while you continue to struggle day after day? The answer is closer than you imagine. What you're about to discover today will forever change your relationship with abundance. A simple phrase, a small change in your internal dialogue, and you'll see how money begins to flow to you in ways you never thought possible. The power of your words is greater than you've been led to believe. Louise Hay, the great teacher of healing and personal transformation, discovered this after years of research and personal experience. She understood that the language we use determines the reality we create. When you constantly repeat, "I don't have enough money," "I'm always broke," "money doesn't grow on trees," your subconscious mind receives these affirmations as precise orders and works tirelessly to make them reality. Have you noticed how each time you speak of scarcity, you experience more scarcity? It's not a coincidence. It's the universal law of attraction manifesting in your daily life. Think about it for a moment. When you say, "I can't afford this," you're creating an energetic barrier between yourself and the abundance you deserve. You're programming your mind to see limitations instead of possibilities. Louise Hay taught us that words have a vibrational power that attracts similar experiences. When you change your words, you change your energy, and when you change your energy, you transform your financial reality. It's that simple, and yet that profound. Now I want you to do this exercise with me. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply and repeat 3 times. Money flows to me easily and constantly. I am a magnet for abundance and prosperity. Feel each word. Allow yourself to believe in them, even if just for an instant. Do you notice how the sensation changes in your body? That's the new vibration you're creating. If you're enjoying what you're learning, make sure to like this video and subscribe to receive more knowledge that will transform your financial life. Hit the notification bell to be the first to receive our content, but this is just the beginning. The real power emerges when you start to transform your limiting beliefs about money, and that's what we'll discuss in the next point. The beliefs you have about money were implanted in your mind from a very young age. Louise Hay discovered that most of our thought patterns about abundance form before the age of 7. You heard your parents complain about bills, you saw adults stress about expenses, you absorbed messages like "money doesn't buy happiness" or "rich people are bad people." These messages became your subconscious programming, the glasses through which you view your relationship with money. But here's the good news. What was learned can be unlearned. Louise Hay was emphatic about this. No matter how long you've carried a negative thought pattern, you can begin to change it today. Think about the beliefs you have about money. Where do they really come from? Are they yours, or did you inherit them? When you believe that there's never enough money or that it's hard to make a living, you're perpetuating a cycle of scarcity that may go back generations. They're not absolute truths, they're just beliefs you've accepted as real. The transformative phrase that Louise Hay taught us to change these beliefs is, "I deserve abundance, and I accept it now." It seems simple, but its power lies in directly confronting the central belief of scarcity, the feeling of not deserving prosperity. When you repeat this affirmation, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. At first, you may feel resistance. That's normal. This resistance is just the old pattern fighting to survive. Keep repeating the affirmation until it feels natural, until it resonates with every cell of your being. A powerful exercise is to look at yourself in the mirror each morning and say with conviction, "I deserve abundance, and I accept it now. I am open and receptive to all the riches of life." Do this for 21 consecutive days and observe how your financial reality begins to change. Do you notice how you're already feeling a different energy? It's the power of your new beliefs manifesting. But don't stop here, because now comes something even more powerful: how your everyday language is sabotaging your prosperity and how to change it so the universe conspires in your favor. Your daily words create your financial reality. Louise Hay discovered that the language we use has a direct impact on our ability to attract or repel money. When you say phrases like "I can't afford that luxury" or "that's outside my budget," You're declaring to the universe that you live in a state of limitation. Energy follows attention. Where you put your focus, there flows your energy, and where your energy flows, there your reality manifests. If you're constantly talking about what you can't afford, how expensive everything is, how difficult it is to make ends meet, you're directing all your creative energy towards scarcity. Louise Hay taught us to be conscious of our words and to choose them carefully. She invited us to replace the language of limitation with the language of possibility. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," you can say, "I now choose to use my money in a different way." Instead of complaining about high prices, you can affirm, "I have the resources to acquire what I need and desire." This change may seem subtle, but the energetic difference is enormous. You're no longer vibrating at a frequency of lack, but of conscious choice and abundance. You're no longer a victim of circumstances, but a creator of your financial reality. There's a specific phrase that Louise Hay recommended repeating to change your relationship with money. Prosperity flows to me from all directions. This affirmation is powerful because it eliminates the idea that money can only come from a limited source, like your job. It opens your mind to the infinite possibilities through which abundance can manifest in your life. I want you to do this exercise right now. For the next 3 days, eliminate all negative phrases about money from your vocabulary. Each time you notice you're about to complain about your financial situation, stop and replace that phrase with, "Prosperity flows to me from all directions." Observe how your energy changes and how you begin to notice opportunities that previously went unnoticed. If you're feeling the power of these teachings, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Sometimes a simple word of wisdom can change the course of a life. But there's something deeper you need to understand to truly transform your relationship with money, and that's how your emotions are programming your financial reality, and that's what we'll discuss in the next point. What do you feel when you think about money? Anxiety, fear, resentment, envy? These emotions aren't casual, they're the result of your subconscious programming about abundance. And according to Louise Hay, your emotions are the language with which you communicate with the universe. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to the emotional energy behind them. You can repeat positive affirmations all day, but if inside you feel fear or doubt, that's the vibration you're emitting, and that's the reality you'll attract. Louise Hay discovered that many women have an ambivalent relationship with money. On one hand, they desire the security and freedom it provides. On the other, they've internalized messages like, "Money is the root of all evil," or "Women shouldn't worry about money." This ambivalence creates an energetic block that prevents abundance from flowing freely. To transform your emotional relationship with money, Louise Hay recommended a powerful exercise. Visualize money as a dear friend. Imagine that money is a loving being who wants to be in your life, who enjoys your company, and wants to make you happy. How would you talk to this friend? Would you receive them with resentment or with gratitude? Would you treat them carelessly or with appreciation? When you begin to see money as a positive energy that wants to collaborate with you instead of as a scarce resource you must struggle for, your entire vibration changes, and with it, your ability to attract abundance. The transformative phrase that Louise Hay gave us to heal our emotional relationship with money is, "I love money, and money loves me." This simple affirmation breaks with centuries of negative programming about the relationship between spirituality and material prosperity. It allows you to embrace abundance without guilt, without fear, without internal conflict. Practice this exercise daily. Sit in a quiet place, place your hands on your heart and repeat sincerely, "I love money, and money loves me. Our relationship is harmonious and full of joy." Visualize how money flows to you with ease, how it allows you to live the life you desire, how it helps you help others. Feel gratitude for every penny you already have in your life. Have you noticed how you're already feeling a different energy toward money? That's the sign that your vibrational field is changing. But there's one more step equally powerful that you must take for the transformation to be complete, and that's creating a new pattern of reception. And that's what we'll discuss in the next point. Most women have been conditioned to give more than to receive. We've been taught that it's selfish or unfeminine to ask for what we deserve, whether in relationships or in our financial life. Louise Hay understood that this imbalance between giving and receiving is one of the main causes of financial blocks in women. The universe works with a continuous flow of energy. If you only give but aren't open to receiving, you interrupt that natural flow. It's like blocking one of the banks of a river. The water stagnates instead of flowing freely. For abundance to manifest in your life, you must be as willing to receive as you are to give. Are you uncomfortable receiving compliments? Do you find it difficult to accept help? Do you minimize your achievements? Do you feel guilty when you receive money without trying your hardest? These are symptoms of a block in your ability to receive. And if you can't receive the small things, how do you expect to receive large sums of money? Louise Hay taught us that to transform this dynamic, we must consciously practice the art of receiving. Start with small things. Accept a compliment with a simple thank you instead of rejecting it. Allow someone to help you without feeling you must immediately compensate them. Celebrate your successes instead of minimizing them. Each time you allow yourself to receive with grace and gratitude, you're training yourself to receive abundance in all its forms. The transformative phrase that Louise Hay gave us to open ourselves to receiving is, "I am open and receptive to all the good and abundant in the universe." This affirmation reprograms your subconscious mind to allow you to receive without guilt, without fear, without the feeling of not deserving it. A powerful exercise is to create a reception ritual. Each morning, extend your arms to the sky and say with enthusiasm, "I am open and receptive to all the good and abundant in the universe. I accept prosperity as my natural state." Feel how the energy of abundance flows to you, how it permeates every cell of your body. You can also practice what Louise Hay called the receiving game. Each day, pay attention to all the ways the universe is giving to you: the ray of sunlight that enters through your window, the smile of a stranger, the free seat on public transport. Thank each of these gifts and recognize them as proof that the universe wants to give you abundance. When you learn to receive the small things with gratitude, the big things begin to manifest naturally. If this message is resonating with you, take a moment to like and share this video. There are many more women who need to hear these truths to transform their relationship with abundance. But there's one final component, perhaps the most powerful of all, that you need to integrate for all these principles to work in harmony. And that's the master phrase that definitely unlocks your prosperity, and that's what we'll discuss in the next point. After decades studying the thought patterns that create prosperity, Louise Hay discovered a phrase that contains within itself the power to completely transform your relationship with money. A phrase that, when repeated with conviction and felt with all your being, has the power to reprogram your subconscious mind and align your energy with the frequency of unlimited abundance. This phrase is, "I am worthy of prosperity, and prosperity is worthy of me." The genius of this affirmation lies in its double recognition. You not only affirm that you deserve prosperity, but that prosperity deserves you. It's a declaration of mutual value, of a balanced and healthy relationship with money. When you say, "I am worthy of prosperity," you're breaking with all the thought patterns that have made you feel you don't deserve abundance. You're declaring your inherent value, your natural right to live a life of material fulfillment. And when you add, "and prosperity is worthy of me," you're elevating money to a place of respect in your life. It's no longer something dirty, problematic, or spiritually inferior. It's an energy worthy of you, worthy of associating with you, worthy of being part of your life experience. Louise Hay pointed out that many people have a love-hate relationship with money. They desire it, but reject it. They seek it, but sabotage it when it arrives. This ambivalence creates a confusing energy field that repels true abundance. When you integrate this master phrase into your daily consciousness, you eliminate that ambivalence. You begin to relate to money from a place of clarity, dignity, and deservingness. And the universe responds to that clarity by manifesting experiences that match it. I want us to do this exercise together. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Close your eyes and breathe deeply 3 times. Now, repeat aloud and with total conviction, I am worthy of prosperity, and prosperity is worthy of me. Feel how each word resonates in your body. Imagine that each cell is impregnated with this truth. Visualize how this new belief begins to manifest new opportunities, new resources, new forms of abundance in your life. This is not a casual exercise. It's a deep reprogramming of your relationship with the energy of money. Louise Hay recommended repeating this phrase at least 25 times a day for 21 consecutive days. The first days may feel mechanical, you may even find inner resistance. That's normal. It's just the old programming fighting to survive. Persist, and soon this new truth will begin to feel natural, authentic, and powerful. There's a transformative power in declaring your worthiness. Most women have internalized, consciously or unconsciously, that they must earn their value through sacrifice, constant effort, perfection, or service to others. Louise Hay taught us that our value is inherent, that we were born deserving of all the abundance of the universe. When you declare, I am worthy of prosperity, and prosperity is worthy of me, you're not asking permission from the universe. You're remembering a truth that has always existed but that you had forgotten. You're reclaiming your natural place in the flow of universal abundance. And most powerful of all, when you change your relationship with money, you change much more than your financial situation. You transform your self-esteem, your relationships, your health, your creativity. Everything in your life rises when you recognize yourself as a being worthy of fulfillment in all areas. Experiment with this phrase for the next 21 days and observe how synchronicities begin to appear, unexpected opportunities, resources you hadn't noticed before. The universe always responds to our vibrational frequency. And when you vibrate at the frequency of worthiness and dignity, prosperity cannot but flow to you. You've reached the end of this transformation journey, and I want to share with you a truth that Louise Hay understood deeply. Transforming your relationship with money is not just about having more in your bank account. It's about transforming your relationship with yourself. Money is simply a reflection, a mirror that clearly shows how you value yourself, how you perceive yourself, what you believe you deserve in this life. When you change those fundamental beliefs, when you declare your worthiness, when you elevate your self-esteem, not only does your financial reality change, your entire life experience changes. You've learned that your words create your reality, that your beliefs program your experience, that your emotions are the language with which you communicate with the universe, that receiving is as sacred as giving, and that a simple phrase repeated with conviction can reprogram decades of limiting conditioning. But knowledge without action is just information. For these teachings to truly transform your life, you need to integrate them into your daily life, turn them into new mental, emotional, and verbal habits. That's why I propose a challenge to you. For the next 21 days, repeat each morning and each night with total conviction. I am worthy of prosperity, and prosperity is worthy of me. Money flows to me easily and constantly. I love money and money loves me. I am open and receptive to all the good and abundant in the universe. Write in a journal how your relationship with money changes, what opportunities appear, what synchronicities you experience. At the end of the 21 days, I guarantee you'll see significant changes not only in your financial reality, but in how you feel about yourself and your place in the world. Comment below. I choose to be worthy of prosperity, and prosperity is worthy of me. Declare it publicly as a commitment to yourself and to your new relationship with abundance. Your declaration will inspire other women to also reclaim their financial power. If this message has resonated with you, if you felt that these words were directed specifically to you, it's not a coincidence. The universe has guided you here because you're ready for this transformation. You're ready to reclaim your power, to elevate your vibrational frequency, to manifest the prosperity that has always been yours by divine right. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to receive more content that will help you transform your life through the power of your thoughts. Share this video with other women who need to hear this message of empowerment and abundance. Remember, you are worthy of prosperity, and prosperity is worthy of you. This truth has always been there, waiting for you to recognize it. And now that you've recognized it, Nothing will ever be the same again. Your new life of abundance begins today.